You've been told to be strong, but no one ever taught you how. They said, be a man, don't break. But when the world starts to burn around you, when the weight of everything you love begins to collapse, you realize strength isn't about pretending you're fine. It's about standing in the fire and refusing to scream. That's what Stoicism teaches us. Not some ancient cold philosophy for monks or statues, but a living code for warriors of the modern world. Men who bleed in silence. Men who rebuild without applause. Men who know that suffering isn't an enemy, it's a teacher. The Stoics didn't run from pain. They studied it. They didn't beg for comfort. They embraced hardship like it was the forge of the soul. Marcus Aurelius faced the fall of Rome. Epictetus was born a slave. Seneca was exiled and condemned. Yet all of them wrote with calm hands about control, discipline, and inner peace, not because they were numb, but because they had mastered what most men never do, the art of never breaking. You see, weakness is not born in the body. It grows in the mind. It's the habit of reacting instead of responding, of letting emotion drive action instead of reason. The Stoics understood this long before psychology gave it a name. They taught that the only thing truly under our control is our perception, our response, our will. Everything else, fortune, reputation, loss, is external. The storm will always come. The question is, will you let it drown you, or will you learn to breathe underwater? Most men collapse under pressure because they try to control what they can't. The outcome, the judgment, the world. But Stoicism is about shifting focus back to the only battlefield that matters, the mind. You can't stop betrayal. You can't stop failure. You can't stop death. But you can stop yourself from being destroyed by them. That is real strength. There's a moment in every man's life when he stands alone in the dark. No validation, no helping hand, just the echo of his own thoughts and the weight of his own mistakes. That's the moment most men quit. But that's also where Stoicism begins. When everything outside you is chaos, the Stoic looks inward and says, what can I control right now? Not tomorrow, not the past, now. That simple shift changes everything. You stop chasing certainty and start building resilience. You stop expecting comfort and start sharpening your discipline. You stop asking, why me? And start saying, try me. That's the transformation Stoicism offers. Not freedom from struggle, but power through it. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Think about that. The most powerful man on earth reminding himself that his throne meant nothing if his mind was weak. He didn't pray for an easy life. He prayed for the strength to endure a hard one. And that's what modern men have forgotten. We chase distractions. We drown in comparison. We run from pain. But pain is what builds the foundation of unbreakable character. Every rejection, every failure, every lonely night, it's all part of the training. The Stoic doesn't run from discomfort. He lives inside it until it no longer owns him. The Stoic man wakes up before dawn, not because he enjoys the grind, but because discipline is sacred. He speaks less because words without control are just noise. He controls his reactions because he refuses to give power to things he cannot change. He faces insults with calm eyes, losses with a straight back, and temptation with silence. That doesn't make him emotionless, it makes him powerful. Because true mastery isn't the absence of emotion, it's the command of it. Every man wants peace, but few realize peace is built in battle. When life hits, most people break because they believe they're entitled to ease. The Stoic expects the storm. He's ready for it. And that readiness, that mindset, is what separates the weak from the unshakable. You don't control what happens to you, but you always control who you become because of it. When you stop wishing for things to be easier and start wishing to be stronger, you stop living like a victim. You start living like a warrior. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." That means stop talking about discipline, live it. Stop complaining about pain, use it. Stop waiting for motivation, act without it. Every Stoic knew that greatness doesn't come from emotion, it comes from principle. The principle that you control your effort, your attitude, your thoughts, and that's enough. You don't need approval. You don't need luck. You don't need perfect conditions. You need the courage to face discomfort without breaking. Every time you resist the urge to react, you're building strength. Every time you stay silent when anger wants to speak, you're growing. Every time you push through fatigue, through doubt, through fear, you're sculpting a man who cannot be broken. Stoicism isn't about pretending to be calm. It's about earning calm through struggle. It's about waking up every day and saying, "The world owes me nothing, but I owe myself discipline." There will come days when you question everything, when your purpose feels distant, your confidence shattered, your path unclear. In those moments, remember this. The Stoic doesn't seek clarity from the world. He creates it within himself. He stands still while the world spins, and that stillness becomes his power. You don't find peace by escaping life. You find peace by facing it with strength. So if you want to become a man who never breaks, stop chasing comfort. Stop reacting to every emotion. Stop giving power to what you can't control. Instead, command your mind. Master your responses. Accept what is. Endure what must be. And act with reason. Because at the end of every storm, there's only one question that matters. Did you remain in control? That's the Stoic path. The path of men who stand unshaken in a world built to make them fall. The path of those who feel pain, but never bow to it. The path of those who turn chaos into clarity and suffering into strength. Because the truth is, no one is born unbreakable. You become that way by enduring, by falling, by rising again, and by mastering the only thing that truly belongs to you, your mind. And that is how Stoicism builds men who never break.